Yeah, come on in.
You Beery?
Yeah, Bill Beery.
Say, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
And you?
Well, I'm walking around asking people a few questions. I've heard a lot about you, some of it good, some not so good. But everybody says you know something about this thing called CCHE.
I know a lot about it. I helped start it.
Well, why don't you start at the beginning and tell me about it? But keep it brief. My kid's going to graduate in 10 years and I don't want to miss it.
I think I could do that. CCHE really started about 20 years ago when Ed Wagner and Michael von Korf and Alan Cheadle and I and a bunch of other people were involved in the evaluation of a community health improvement initiative down in California and some other western states. And at the end of that, several of us retained a real interest in working with communities as partners to evaluate their strategies and their progress, their achievement toward improving the health in their communities. And so we began to respond to opportunities, search out opportunities to bring an evaluation perspective to programs and initiatives like that. And we've been successful in doing that for the last 20 years or so. And then about a dozen years ago, we were in the foundation, the Group Health Foundation, and we officially brought together the group and named it the Center for Community Health and Evaluation, CCHE. And from that time on, we've been operating as CCHE. And a few years ago, it was decided that it would be a better fit if CCHE were in the Institute, and Eric agreed to give us a home here, and since then we've continued to work in multiple states and with a dozen or so foundation or other funding sources, and built a staff in other states and in Washington of a couple dozen people. And our goal is to try to bring an evaluation perspective to communities through increasing their capacity in evaluation and working in partnership with them.
All right, that's real good. So now I sort of know who you are, but I also need to figure out what you do. Who should I talk to about that?
You know, a person you might start with is Dr. Clarissa Shue.
All right, thanks. You ain't half bad, Beery. I'll see you later.
He's liking this.